I want to tell somebody that you stopped seeing yourself as the victim and started seeing yourself as the proof. And as a result, the narcissist paradigm you had been caught up in collapsed. We haven't had cards out for a while, so. If this is for you, I want to tell you that in order to unravel their ego, you had to unravel your own. And a lot of this was staying rooted in your intuition. And right now, because you were able to do that, you're revealing connections from past feelings. And that's how I want to say that. I don't mean feelings as in emotions. I mean as in feelings that you're knowing and that your intuition was telling you. And it's almost like that board, you know, like, and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where you've got like all the lines that all connect back to this intersecting point. But it's like the point where the web of lies implodes. And you always knew it. You just didn't know how you were going to reveal it. And I want to tell you that now you're sitting in the energy of reveal because you haven't wavered. And because you haven't wavered, all of the things outside of you are coming together to create this external picture, this external puzzle that you needed in order to facilitate this next step. And when I say this next step, I want to tell you that it is something incredibly profound. It's where you actually get to close out this chapter, but it's almost like this vindication for yourself. Because again, like when we started this message, it was all about dismantling and dissolving your victim mindset. I've got like two of my favorite decks out here from the Reckoning Co. The Wound of the Silenced Oracle. Let's read this. Knowing truth but being punished for speaking it. The wound forms when your insight is met with fear, dismissal, or punishment. You may have spoken from clarity or intuition only to be shamed, ignored, or cast out. It can leave you doubting your inner knowing and afraid to share your voice or burying your truth to stay safe. That was the unraveling of your ego. And that's why I say your ego isn't always something bad, and people have to understand that. Your ego is that shame, that guilt, that needing to prove the not being believed and the not being heard. And if this is for you, you had some kind of a culmination point, and I want to say in the past, where your voice wasn't heard, where you were the silenced oracle. And now, I want to tell you that it took you a long time to regroup, to recalibrate, and to dismantle all of the illusions and lies and deceit that you carried because you thought you weren't believed, because you thought that these false narratives were somehow truth, despite everything outside of you confirming that it wasn't. And I want to tell you that you realize now that beliefs require your participation, and the second that you stopped believing in the bullshit, it all collapsed. And now it's this unraveling. And I know this is happening on like a way bigger collective scale. But if you're experiencing this, I'd love to know in your paradigm how it's collapsed. Because there's just something so profound in this energy right now, where it's like all of the things that you're doing are these apologies to yourself for all the ways you doubted, for all the ways you shamed, for all the ways you spoke down to yourself, for all those times you let your frequency or your energy or your alignment kind of dip back down into where you didn't want to be. Now you've reached this like trajectory, this culmination point, this catalyst where you can't be stopped because you're no longer fueling the beliefs that disempowered you in the first place. You were what brought the web of lies down the second you stopped believing in them. Love you guys.